This is the book of Isaiah 63, verse 10. But they rebelled and vexed his Holy Spirit. Therefore he turned to be their enemy, and he fought against them. I like to say all praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I like to say all praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. But they rebelled and they vexed his Holy Spirit, who so called. Okay, so when this thing goes down, you will take the mark of the beast. Okay, you're gonna take that ship and get put down like ravens, wolves, like a raccoon that had rabies. You will get taken down. Okay, rebelling against the Most High. Okay, and He's extending the olive branch in a way of the doctrine of GMS. Okay, like we discussed on multiple occasions, all these other camps, they're not going to be able to help you, okay, in that day, okay? They're not going to be able to help you. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 11. Chapter 2. Nations change their gods, which are no gods, but my people have changed their glory for that which does not profit, okay? All these other false Israelite camps and groups, okay? Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians always rebel. They rebelled, okay? That's why Yahweh Shai have left us a very small remnant, okay? To make it out with our life, okay? To escape the skin of your teeth, okay? That's why Yahweh Shai did this. Okay, one moment. Let's see if we can get it. Turn to the book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 19, verse 20. My bones cleave to my skin, and to my flesh I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. Okay, that means if we catching this much hell, okay, it's gonna happen to all these other so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed. Okay, is that's why they call it the 2/3. Okay, two parts shall die. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, if you want to know the truth, that's what this is all. Two parts, the 2/3, they're gonna perish. Okay, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay, because they're always rebelling against the Most High. over here to the book of Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 9. My heart within me is broken because of my prophets. All the bones shake. I am like a drunken man and like a man without whom wine has overcome because of Yahweh and because of his words of his heritage. For the land is full of adultery, ISUBK, okay, GOCC, okay, ICIU, all these different false camps, okay, the land, all these false Christian churches, okay, the land is full of adultery, okay, for because of swearing the land mourneth, the pleasant places are filled as the wilderness, are dried up, and their courses is evil, and their forces is not right. For both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, says Yahweh. Okay, so both prophet and priest, okay, that represents the circumcision. There are abominations to Yahweh Yahweh Shai, okay? There are abominations to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Okay, so like we discussed on multiple occasions, get out of here, out of LA, you better flee and run to the mess, okay? Like we discussed, don't follow these other men, okay? These other separate, these other groups and camps, okay? I can't stress that enough. And you might be saying, well, one moment. Turn to the book of Philippians. The book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 1. Finally, brethren, rejoice in Yahweh. To write the same thing to you is indeed not grievous, but it is safe. Okay, so the same thing over and over again, repetition is safe. Okay, because you have new members that's coming in, okay? They have to get this information while they still can, okay? Because before the doors of mercy are cut off, okay? There will be a famine of the word. They're going to do a black swan event. They're going to pull the internet. They're going to pull the lights, electricity, okay, and leave it down for who knows how long, okay, to get this MOTB off the ground, okay? They're ready to get this MOTB. Okay, and our mindset is don't drag your knuckles, devil. Just bring the mark of the beast already. We already know that's your last play, but we know when they bring that simultaneously, Yahweh Shah is going to make his return. Okay, and hand this man his ass. Okay, that's what this is about. He shall be chased into darkness. Let's get it. Turn to the book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 18, verse 18. He shall be into darkness and chased out of the world. Okay, so he shall be driven basically out of the darkness. Okay, chased in the darkness and banished from the world. Okay, that's what this is about. And so-called Negroes and Latinos and natives that's still clinging on to this devil, you gonna get it. You gonna get it, okay? The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to Yahweh. Though hand joint shall not be unpunished. Okay, so joining hand with this devil, okay, sitting up here doing a twist with this devil, you're gonna get put to death with this devil when this thing comes to pass, okay? That's what this is about, okay? You're gonna get put down. You're gonna get put down, okay? Seek Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, okay? 40 more days until Nineveh's overthrown, okay? You don't got much more time. 2026, Yahweh will should be the year, okay? Okay, one moment. The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 11. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake or prevent us. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, which is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in days of old, and that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name, say Yahweh that doeth this. Okay, so we're going to be ruling these devils. Okay, and why you just let these devils go down already? Okay, but we're not going to waste our time. Like Tahar said, we're not going to be wasting our time on arguing and fussing. We're just going to preach the word and keep pushing out these videos. Okay, and Shai pulls the internet. Okay, that's when this is about until Yahweh Shai says no more. No more. Okay, that's what we turn to the book of Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 26. And I will make thou tongue clean to the roof of thou mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Okay, so they're a rebellious house. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, they're a rebellious house. Okay, so when Yahweh Shai have us pull this knowledge, that's when you know it's on. All bets are on. Okay, that's what all bets are off. Returning back to the book of Jeremiah. The book of Jeremiah 23, verse 12. Wherefore they way shall be unto them slippery way, and darkness be driven on and fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them even the year of their visitation, okay? And that's why so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Indians are getting judged so harshly, okay? Judgment starts with the house of Yahweh. And if judgment starts with us, what's going to happen to the... Hey, let's get it. The book of First Peter, chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial that is to try you, as though as some strange thing that happened unto you. So, loss of job, okay, losing your kids, okay, losing your wife, okay, losing your family, okay. Don't think it's something strange that is happening unto you, okay? It's going through all of us, okay? We all are being tried by Yahweh Shai, okay? It's always some money problem, some financial issue. We know, okay? It comes with the territory. But rejoice in so much that ye be partakers with Mashiach's suffering, that when his glories shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Mashiach, happy are ye, for the Spirit glories, and power rests on you. On their parts he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Yet if any man suffer, he suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify on this behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of power. And if it begins with us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the God? They're going to be destroyed. That's what this is about. What's going to be the end of them? They're going to be destroyed, okay? A lot of them going to get caught up in Jacob's trouble. A lot of them going to get caught up in that nuclear destruction. That's what this is about, okay? And if under the sound of my voice, if you haven't got yourself a King James, get yourself a King James and get serious, okay? And turn and posture yourself with GMS, okay? Stop playing games, okay? Grab you a KJV and get serious, okay? And push the names of Yahweh Yahushai so you can make it out with your life when this thing comes to pass. When this thing goes down, stop playing with your life, okay? That's what this is about, okay? No, it's not playing games, okay? And start researching in the doctrine of GMS, okay? Because they got it. They're the only Israelite camp that got the 100% the truth, okay? They don't got no holes in a doctrine. It's 100% truth. The book of First Peter chapter 4, verse 18. If the righteous scarcely are saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appears? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of power commit the keepings of their souls to him that do as well as unto a faithful creator. Okay, so yeah, that's what this is about. Grab your King James and get serious, okay, and stop playing games, okay. Stop doing the twist with the so-called white man, okay, because his last days are just about here, okay. His eradication is coming, okay. The so-called white man can't save you, okay. There's nothing he could do. Because how is he going to save you if he can't save himself? The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwells in the land of Uz. The cup shall also pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thou's iniquities is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away unto captivity. He will visit thou's iniquities, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Okay, so that's what this is about. That's what this is about, okay? The best years of this over, okay? Don't let this man cause you to, don't, what's that scripture in the book of Revelations, okay? Let no man take your crown, okay? That's what this is about. Let no man take your crown. Because Yahweh Shai come over here to the book of Ephesians. The book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 14. Which is the earnestly of our inheritance until the redemption of the praise, the purchased possession unto the praise of his glory, the purchased possession. What's that saying? Your midnight ticket out of here so you can make it out with your life, okay? You better hurry up and get you a King James and get serious, okay? And stop playing games, okay? And you get on YouTube and type in GMS, okay, and study like you never studied before, okay? That's what this is about. Turn to the Apocrypha. The book of Sirach, chapter 20, chapter 43, verse 27. We may speak such much and yet come short. Wherefore is some, he is all. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is greatly above all his works. Yahweh is terrible and very great and marvelous in power. So Yahweh Shai is terrible, okay? He's a terrible. Look what he does, okay? Nothing happened to Jerusalem, okay, like what happened to us, like Negroes, Latinos, and natives, okay, still catching hell, okay. He took Negroes, put them into slavery, so Yahweh almost eradicated the Native American Indians, okay. I don't even know no Indians really, okay. Maybe like one or two, and they look white, okay. He almost eradicated them, okay. And when ye glorify Yahweh, exhort him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when he is and when ye exalt him, put forth your strength and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. Shall see him and magnify him and tell us, and who can magnify him as he is? There are yet hidden greater be, for we have seen but a few of his works. For Yahweh has made all things, and and to the godly have he given wisdom. You better glorify Yahweh as much as you can, while the doors of mercy are still open. Okay, you better glorify Yahweh Shai while you still can, while the doors of mercy are still open. Okay, what's this about? Okay. Turn to the book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 18. Lest there be, should be among you a man or woman or family or tribe whose heart turns away this day from Yahweh or power to go to and serve the gods of the nations, lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood. And it shall come to pass when he hears the words of this curse that he blesses himself and said, I shall have peace, though I walk in the imagination of my heart, to add drunkenness with thirst. Okay, ISEIC, GOCC, ISUBK. Okay, added drunkenness with thirst. Yahweh will not spare him, but them the anger of Yahweh, his jealousy shall smote against that man, and all the curses that are written in this book shall be shall lie upon him, and Yahweh shall blot out his from under heaven. Okay, that's what this is about. That's what this is about, okay? Yahweh Shai shall blot out his name from under heaven, okay? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 15. And Yahweh appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud, and the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. And Yahweh said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people shall rise up and go a whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land, whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant, which then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, okay, one moment, are not these evils come upon us because of our power is not among us? Okay, so that's a testimony that Yahweh knew that Negroes and Latinos, they rebelled, okay? You rebelled against the Most High, okay? So you have to you have to be punished. You have to be punished, okay? But come back to Yahweh Shai while you still can, okay? While the doors of mercy are still open, while he's still offering the olive branch. 18, and I will surely hide my face in that day, for all the evils which they have wrought in that day, that they were turned unto other gods, okay? Yeah, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are very heavy into idol worship, okay? They're just very heavy into it, okay? And this can't be. That's why Yahweh Shai, underneath this new covenant, is going to have to put the laws in our hearts, okay? And program us not to go off, okay? Because Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, they're very heavy into idol worship, okay? That's like the main thing they like to do is idol worship. Verse 18, and I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, and that they are turned unto other gods, so-called Negroes, Latinos. Okay, one moment. The book of Second Kings, chapter 17, verse 41. So these nations fear Yahweh and serve graven images, both their children and their children's children, as did their fathers, so do they to this day, okay? They worship false gods even unto this day, okay? Even when it's open unto him that we're Israelites, okay? They're not coming back. They're not, we piped unto you, but you're not dancing, okay? We piped unto you, but you did not dance. Turn to the book of Matthew. The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken the God this generation? It is like a children sitteth in the market and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, but ye have not lamented. Okay. So we piped unto you, but you're not dancing, okay, to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Okay, what's this about? Okay, why you not dancing to the song of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, okay? Coming over here to the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 9. Behold, the Yahweh cometh, it cometh cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate and to destroy the sinners there out of it, okay? To destroy the sinners out of it. For the stars of heaven and the councils thereof shall be not give their light. The sun shall be darkened and is going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked iniquities, and I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughty of the terrible. Okay, that's a so-called white man. Okay, the terrible who rule these nations with ended strokes and blows. Okay, that's a so-called white man. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, get serious with this thing. Okay. Because when this man make his move, okay, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna catch you like a thief in the night, okay? That's how it's gonna catch you. It's gonna catch you like a thief in the night, okay? Because you're not being circumspect. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the time and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For you yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh cometh so as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them, upon as travel upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, so it seems like it's peace and safety. Okay, it seems like this devil's trying to say peace and safety. They basically, the destruction is going to come upon them. Okay, verse 9. For power have not appointed us to wrath, but to us obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Okay. So I don't know about you, but I want me a one-way ticket out of this hellhole, okay? What you call a kingdom, okay? I want me a one-way ticket out of here, okay? That's what this is about. Okay, one moment. Turn to the book of First Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 15, verse 24. Then comes the end, okay? So that's it. That's how fast it's going to happen. Yahweh Shai says, then comes the end. Okay, that's how fast this thing is going to happen on you. Okay, it's going to be quick. Then comes the end when he shall deliver up the kingdom of power, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and authority and power, for he must reign till he have put all enemies underneath his feet. The last enemy is the so-called white man, okay? The last enemy shall be destroyed. Let's read it from the top. The last enemy that he shall destroy is death, okay? So the last enemy is who? The so-called white man. What you call the so-called white man. That's what the last enemy is. The book of Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. We start at verse 7. Then answered I said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall the times, shall the end of the first and the beginning of the one that follow us? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that followers. Okay, and we at these times now. Okay, we at these times. Turn to the book of Daniel. Okay, one moment. Slovakia, I'm back now. The book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 18. And that they would desire mercy of the power of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men in Babylon. Then, when the secret revealed unto Daniel in night vision, then Daniel blessed the power of heaven. Daniel answered and said, bless the name of Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his, and he changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and set up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that are that know understanding. He reveals the deep and secret things, the so-called New World Order, okay? The so-called Freemasons, Illuminati's New World Order. For he knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. I thank thee and praise thee, thou power of my ancestors, for thou hast given me wisdom and might, and have made known unto me now what we desire of thee, for thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Okay, that's it. The book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 6. Let's start at 75, verse 7. But power is the judge. He puts down one and sets up another. Okay, so joining these so-called white men, okay, you're going to be destroyed with this man when this thing comes to pass, okay? And with all these false Israelite camps and groups, okay? That's point blank, okay? Like we discussed on many occasions, okay? You get you a King James and get serious with this thing, okay? While the doors of opportunity are still open, okay? Seek Yahweh Shai while you still can. The book of Psalms, chapter 74, verse 9. we see not our signs, there is nor more any prophet, neither is there among any that knows how long, okay? Because your only prophets are the GMS, okay? Because they got it, okay? They cracked the riddle. And I'll leave you with this. The book of First Samuel chapter 2, verse 1. And Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoices in Yahweh. My horn is exalted in Yahweh. My mouth is enlarged over my enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. There is none holy as Yahweh. There is none besides thee, neither is there a rock like our power. Let no more exceedingly proud. Let talk no more exceedingly proud. Let not arrogance come out of your mouth. For Yahweh is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bow of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumble are girded with strength. They that are full have hired themselves for bread, and they that are hunger cease, so that the barons have borne seven, and she that has many children wax feeble. Yahweh kills and makes alive. He brings down to the grave and brings up. Yahweh makes poor and makes rich. He brings down low and he lifted up. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifts up the beggar from the dunghill, and to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's, and he has set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silenced in darkness. For by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of Yahweh shall be broken in pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them. Yahweh judges the ends of the earth, and he giveth strength unto his king, and exalted horns his anointed. So hopefully you will edify. I like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.